Hello.
Hey, girl. Did you see
What's
what I
going
saw?
on? I don't know. I saw a lot this week. It was very dramatic from the very beginning. It was just dramatic.
It was.
Before I go on, let me go ahead and say that this is Tamika, and she's George Nosey.
So you're gonna confuse the people.
Hey, I'm confused about YouTube. You guys, if you are liking things, making comments, YouTube is there. Things are underreported right now, so we're not getting your numbers. So just keep posting and what have you. But anyway, so let's get into it. This week was
Yes,
so
honey.
dramatic. At the beginning, I was like, okay, this is going to be a good one.
Mhm. Yes.
So Jordan is not guilty. That means we can't use his demeanor to
I
accuse him.
know. Yeah.
We can no longer do
Unfortunately,
that.
no.
Ah!
I'm
Now
trying to
you know
stay
if
off of Jordan.
yeah, because you know if they get rid of Jordan, they're not gonna bring the last one back. So we gotta stop thinking like that. Like, yeah, I can't stand him. If you can't stand him and they get rid of him, so goes the entire storyline with Jordan. But anyway,
I
so he's
mean, I
mhm,
just need him to be more masculine.
yes,
Like
and
the way
plus,
he was laying across that couch and stuff, like the
yeah,
stuff.
I
Let
need for
me
him to
stop.
get mad and show some
Yes.
aggression. Be angry for a minute. Shake some tables. Don't hit nobody, but shake a
Right.
table or two. So yeah, I was kind of over that part. Andy, this is what I was thinking at the time before the show proceeded. Andy. Let me get it together. I'm confusing her with Angela. Andy finally got a client, but where'd she come
Yes.
from? We'll get
Jordan
into that. But
referred her.
okay, we'll
Mhm.
we'll we'll keep that right there. So Jordan referred her to Andy,
Mhm.
but what was her position? Oh, because she wants to get a divorce.
Right. Yes. And Andy is
So
a family attorney. Family.
right,
Yeah.
divorce attorney. So
Yeah.
she's vetting her in a sense before she can make the decision as to whether or not she wants to hire her. I gotta move above this because I'll forget. Now she's
Mhm.
trying to vet her. Now it comes out that Gary knows this client, this potential client.
Yeah. I
So
was
she's
mad
going,
about that part. I don't know what
yeah,
he about to call himself doing, but I was mad about that.
I think that there's going to be some type of release, like something's going to be uncovered because now here she is at Gary's office. I think that's the next episode.
Mhm.
Just get rid of her, this client. This I don't want your business. Thank you for considering me for providing services, but no, thank you. But anyway,
Well, but see, Andy don't know that part. She looking at it as this is a prominent woman coming in here, and I got a big name client.
right.
But she don't know about this behind the scenes stuff with whatever Gary conjuring up. So she's excited. So
Well, she need to go have several seats. Hopefully, she'll be able to
yeah.
find it out before things go any further. But Joe, who knows with this show?
Mhm.
I liked I liked the fact that the client, what was her name, Mary or Marie? I like the fact that she said sorry doesn't bring solutions. I loved it.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
that's that's gonna stay with me. I loved it. And then when she said
Mhm.
stay ready, I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt
Mhm.
that people say if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. But when she said it, I
Right.
believed it. I believed it.
Mhm.
Um, how is how's Hayden asking who's in the office with Andy? When's he ever done that? Why is that his business?
'Cause he
I thought that
nosy and
really
he's
weird.
scared. He don't want her being one step ahead of him.
Okay, that makes sense.
That was
That
funny
makes
how
sense.
Fatima ran over to his behind though.
Uh-huh. I was looking at some pictures the other day. Pictures of Hayden and Gary.
Mhm.
And I didn't know Hayden was that tiny. Hayden is a tiny man.
Is he?
He's not just short. He's a tiny man. You would never. Now, since I saw the picture a few days ago, I was looking at him today. He is really tiny. I mean,
Oh,
tiny
you
like you
have
could
to
just put
send
him
that
in
to
your.
me.
Okay, but he looks like you can
Yeah.
just put him in your purse and just walk off with him. I just wanted to say, and you know, I carry a big purse, but he was very wallet size. Anyway, so Gary and I can never get her name right. Tamara.
Tamara.
That's her name, Tamara. What are
Mhm.
they doing? And they so nasty, but what are they doing?
Mhm. I don't know. I
When he
do
opens
not
the
know.
door, the motel room, because it didn't really look like a hotel. But anyway, I just smell it just looked like it smelled like, what are y'all doing? I was so sickened by it. And then for him to say something along the lines of her living in hotels, she there's more to her than what first we were thinking, okay, she was this whore that Fatima hired. It's
Mhm.
deeper. I mean, she really is that. And the reason I say it is
Yeah.
because we were starting to like her and her possibly convincing Jordan that not Jordan, I'm sorry, Hayden, that she was in
Hayden.
it for the long haul. But it's deeper than that because now she has taped or recorded her and Gary doing what they were doing.
Oh, is that what that was? She
Okay,
did
now let me
record
break
it?
it down. She recorded it. I found it very strange, and I hope I'm not losing listeners and supporters of such. That was a pen. It's a recording device. I don't
Oh.
know if you, even though the story has died down, if you were familiar with the Christian Keys thing, where he made this
No, no, but I kept seeing stuff, but I don't know nothing about the story. Mm-mm.
well, he pulled out a pen very similar to that, saying that he'd been keeping these
Mm,
pens or whatever for 15 years. I swear that's the same pen, but I'm not saying nothing further because I know people going to assume what I'm thinking. And
mhm.
if you're thinking what I'm thinking, then we're thinking the same thing. But anyway, so moving on. So they're in this room. I don't know why. She looked like she was scared that he was going to find something. I thought that he was recording it with his phone. Who
Well,
knows?
when they locked eyes with the phone, I thought that he was thinking that she went through his phone or something.
Oh,
I must have dozed off on the part with her with the
uh-uh.
pen and stuff.
No, it wasn't boring. Now, this episode wasn't boring. It was full of details. That's why it's taking
No,
me
I
so
was
long to
the girl.
respond
No,
because
it
I'm really
wasn't boring
looking
at
at.
all. I was just sleepy. I
Okay,
was
see, I
just
just
sleepy.
watched it this morning. I had another
Mhm.
question, and it never. How did Gary and Andy meet? Because the first episode, all you saw was, I guess she was in the bed, or he was coming out of the shower, or he was in the bed with her, and then he went and got in the shower. How did they meet? Because that's how the show started.
You said how did Gary and Andy meet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would make a difference to me because I would wonder if she's part of his pattern because we know that he's a serial
Mm,
cheater. But if she's part of
mhm.
his pattern, did they meet at the gym? That just occurred to me today when I was watching it.
That's a good
Anyway,
question.
yeah, it would kind of matter to me.
Mhm.
Gary, I don't remember at one point. Oh yeah. I don't know if she said something. He said something about him sending her the horse emoji.
I don't.
I was like, "Are you serious? Not serious, serious." Horse emoji. I'm familiar with the eggplant, but they took it someplace
Right.
else.
I don't.
I
The
was like,
doggo.
I'm trying to think
Well, and
who
not
said it.
Andy, Danny. Danny. Remember when Danny walked in on them at Andy's place, and she kept talking
Danny,
about how big it is.
Danny Wilson. No. Oh, when he was
Uh-huh.
in there naked or whatever.
Yeah, and Danny walked in.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
she said it back then.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're just gonna carry this out. I don't remember that, but I don't know who made reference to it. If Tamara made reference to her sending the emoji to him, or if he was sending it to her.
Okay,
No,
because
I
I was
think he was
about to
sending it to
say,
her.
he said this.
He was.
How he gonna be so cocky to do that?
He's always cocky. That's his whole attitude.
He-
And because he's so cocky, I think that the women fear him, but they're drawn to it.
yeah.
I think that that's what that is. But yeah, he think he putting it down. He think he is truly laying pipe, but he don't understand that she getting what she want, but she's
Mhm.
getting what she wants also. So I think that what's going to
Yeah.
happen is she's going to try to begin to extort him.
Mhm.
But Gary, by him being just a little bit smarter than your average bear, he's a step up because he's not stupid. If she's trying to extort him, he can easily say, look, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. This has been going
Mhm.
on. But I still have to question as to whether or not this was already happening. If this is a return too from the
What with him
kids.
and
Maybe,
Tamara?
yeah,
You were
maybe.
wondering if they knew each other prior to
Right,
her
right,
her meeting Hayden. I don't
right.
think so. I
Oh,
don't think so.
okay,
I think they
okay.
just locked eyes and they both devious and
Okay.
mm,
Is
yeah,
devious
but I
another word
don't.
for horse? I'm just trying to get it right.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to paint a picture for listeners to pick up on that.
Yeah, but I don't
I'm
think
looking
they
at
knew
my
each other
notes.
before this.
It was just that he was so adamant about finding out what she was. You know, he was vetting her, looking into her background, and he said he couldn't find anything. And it just kind of made me feel like, I don't know. It's something. I don't know. It's something there. But time will tell.
Hmm
Um, I'm
It
looking
was
through my
something
notes.
real funny that happened in this episode, and I mean, because I remember laughing. I literally laughed out loud, and I can't even think of what part it was. I was gonna try to watch it again, but I didn't get a chance to. It
I
was
probably
something
got it right
somebody
here in my
said.
notes
Yeah, I hope
about
so.
the university, what Dani and Sabrina were talking about them going to the
Hmm.
same university, about them having big benefit packages.
Oh no, nope. I can't remember what it was.
It'll probably come up as we continue. There was a
Yeah.
lot of little scenes in here. I'm talking kind of slow today, guys, because I got 3 pages of notes and I'm going over them like
Do
a
you? I'm
strobe. I got a
glad you
strobe
do,
light.
girl. Cause like I said, I meant to go back and watch it again. Cause I watched it last night when I laid down and I kept dozing off, and I was like, man, I hope she took notes.
Yeah, yeah. I always take notes. I
Good.
loved the blue on Dani. The colors, it's just
That was
giving so much
pretty.
life. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just giving so much life. This whole thing with her. I really hope they never talk about Preston again. I liked Preston, but
Yeah.
he's giving her life. Her and Preston were
Mhm.
humdrum. All we saw her in was her uniform from work and
Yeah.
them in that little bitty stuffy apartment. So I'm glad that she's getting out and just getting her stuff together. Oh, okay. Here's another one. The counselor. I don't know if I said this before, but doesn't she look like Viola Davis?
Oh yeah, I think you did mention that before. She does. Yeah.
I was looking at her from the side and I was like, that's got to be her little sister, her little cousin or somebody. I
Uh-huh.
was pissed. Let's get into when um Sabrina and Karen ran into each other at I guess that's a hospital clinic. Doesn't it, I would look at her, the place where wouldn't she be in a fertility clinic?
Yeah, yeah, it
Wouldn't
wouldn't
she?
be the
I'm like,
same.
okay, where has
It
she
wouldn't be the
been?
same place at all. Yeah,
Yeah,
in real
writers,
life,
come on,
no.
tighten it up, y'all.
Uh-huh.
Put them pens together. But
Yeah.
so she gets in there and she sees Sabrina. Now Sabrina is suspicious. If that was my friend and I was as nosy as they are because they share everything, I'd be like, okay, what's going on? What you doing here? I know you're not.
Mhm.
Girl, this was funny. Let me go back to Dani when she was talking to Sabrina. She was like saying something about her deep freezing her eggs. I almost cried.
Deep freeze.
I almost cried. Deep freezing for real.
Right.
I just thought about that. But anyway, so they run into each other at this hospital, clinic, whatever it is. Karen is not saying anything. Karen, I think that if I was Sabrina, I'd have been like, what's going on? But she eventually told her that she was there for the test. Now, when she's saying this constantly about her being there for tests, it's an admission that she just pretty much just gave out some information. Nobody's saying that,
Mhm.
but that's what it means. But I guess in real life, nobody's going to really badger you or whatever to death for doing something that you
Yeah.
should have did in the first place. Okay, so Zach shows up.
Mhm.
I was confused as to why he brought lunch. What are
I
you
was
bringing lunch for?
too.
I
Right.
didn't
He
like
is
that.
just doing too much.
Way too much. And then he made reference to Lil Zach.
Mhm.
Did you catch
Yeah,
that?
and then she didn't even say nothing. I was waiting for her to say something when he said Zach Jr. And she
That's
didn't
right up
even
her
say
alley.
nothing. Yeah.
That's right up her little alley. But anyway, so he
Mhm.
brings lunch. Wait, I'm turning the page, y'all. Y'all about to hear this page too. So he brings lunch and he was just too chummy. He was
Mhm.
too. It was almost like they were, in a sense, reminiscing in a way. They were
Yeah.
going back to that place. Fatima came in with her cape, um, and he just shouldn't have been touching her stomach. He shouldn't have,
I
because
was
at
so
this
glad
point,
when Fatima walked in. I felt bad for her to see what he was doing, but
yeah,
she needed to walk in.
I'm still divided as to whether or not she should have come. I still don't think she should have come.
Yeah.
I get it. She made reference to how this was her life too.
Mhm.
And he has, I don't know if it's her fault or his fault about far as thrusting herself or him thrusting her into this world, this whirlwind of all these things have been going on. Because remember, Karen is like 7 or 8 months pregnant. That
Mhm.
means him and Fatima only been messing around for less than a year.
Yeah.
So it's
It's so
still
much he need to get together. Yeah, so looking at it like that,
right. So it's
I'm kind of
she's going
divided
through
too
so
on
much.
whether she should have or shouldn't have. He just got so much that he need to get together. That's a lot to go into with a relationship. That's a lot.
I was reading something today. I've got to get personal, but I was reading something today about why women attract men that turn them into a mother. And so
Hmm.
reading that, because I'm reading this book anyway, I'll tell you about it. But reading that made me think about some things that I encountered, and now I'm looking at Fatima and how she's the mother in the relationship. So what I read was
Mhm.
that guys are drawn to women like that because they have mommy issues. You got to think about Zach's mother and
Mhm.
all the stuff that she put him through. So Fatima is there to save the day. Fatima feels like because she's been through so much with him, that she's seen so much. His mother dying, this new child coming in, Karen getting pregnant, just all this stuff. So she feels like, hey, this is my life too, whether she likes it or not. But I still don't
Mhm.
feel like she should have went. But I think that was her rationale as far as her going. But no, I don't think she should have gone.
Right.
Um, who said something about Zarin?
Oh, the nurse at the ultrasound tech. Well, I don't know what she is. The lady at
Exactly.
at the clinic.
She
Cause wait a
called
minute.
her
Cause
a
she ain't the
doctor.
right. Cause ain't she the
That
one?
ain't no
She the
doctor.
one that called Sabrina, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she
What's she
called
doing too
Sabrina
much?
about the egg process
Oh
or
yeah, and she was the
whatever.
doctor.
Yeah, and I thought
She
she
was the
was the
doctor.
doctor, but the doctor would not be coming to get nobody out the lobby,
And they definitely
and
don't
all of that.
perform they don't do
Ain't
ultrasounds
drawing
unless they
blood.
get
Yeah,
right.
ultrasound. She
So
wouldn't have drew blood.
she's the phlebotomist, the nurse, the
Right.
doctor, and the consultant. Because
Uh-huh.
she's sitting up there, are you okay? Is everything okay? So what, you're
Right.
not my counselor now? Do you need me to sit on your couch? Yeah, she's playing a
Mhm.
lot of role. It reminds me of In Living Color.
Uh,
Remember they had all
oh,
those
I thought you
different
was about to
jobs.
say
Time to go to
Sanford and
work.
Son.
No,
Yeah.
when they had the Jamaican family, they all had all these jobs. And I'm just looking at her like, what else you do? You milking cows and burning, putting out fires and stuff. Yeah, she got a lot of positions. But
Right.
anyway, so wait a minute, I don't want to get to that. Okay, so Karen's talking to him about him being afraid of needles and stuff. I really thought that Karen was going to try to go back there in the room. Was
She
that what
probably
he was going to be
was if
testing?
Fatima didn't come.
It looked like that she was going to go when she got up. Maybe I was just afraid of that. But anyway, so Karen's talking to him about how he has always been afraid of needles. So here comes Fatima knowing the same information. I just was like, dang. That's messed
Mm-mm-mm.
up. Karen always, and she's going to always want to feel like she has one up on Fatima, which is
Mhm.
part of what okay, her getting pregnant has nothing to do with Fatima. But
Yeah.
I'm not saying she should have got rid of it to each his own, but her having this baby, she felt gave her a one up. So as you think
Mhm.
about it, remember she showed up to the house and that's when she saw Heather and her child. I don't
Yeah.
even know if she had the child, but I don't think the child was with her. But they were talking about it. Karen felt like she had the right to just show up
Mhm.
simply because she's pregnant. She had the right, and she kept using that. So I
Yeah.
think that's what I kind of got out of this. But anyway, um, so Fatima goes back there in the room, but it was funny that he was scared of the needle. I was looking for them to mess up. When he fell back on the Fatima, I was looking for his arm to move, but the writers, they handled that. His arm did not move. He didn't move till the needle was out. But anyway, so I understand Fatima and why she feels she needs to be there. Her going back there for the drawing of the blood, that still was a lot to me. But that's it. That's all I got to say about that one.
What, going in the room with him?
Yeah, am I just I don't, in real life, I don't even think they'll let nobody else come back there. I don't know,
It
but
depends. They used to. But she probably, I mean, well, she said that's why she was there because she know how he feel about needles.
oh, okay, gotcha.
And then the
Anyway,
nurse or whoever or whatever her role is, she said that that they would have their own separate rooms because I think
oh,
Karen
okay,
asked that, and the lady said they would have their separate rooms. So,
okay, gotcha.
hmm
So Andi, she gets this envelope from this guy at the beginning. I guess the former, maybe went to school together, a friend or whatever. So he gives her this envelope that has all this information in it about Gary. She still hasn't revealed really what's in there. Um,
hmm
I don't understand why she took the envelope in the house when she went over Jordan's. Why did you bring that in here? Like, this is personal. First thing I would have asked if I was him was, hey, what's in the envelope? I mean, because that's a big deal.
Yeah, was that his house? Was I thought they? I don't know why I thought they was at her house. She was at
Mm-mm.
his
They was
house.
at his,
Yeah, okay.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why she took it
So,
in there either. Then.
yeah, that was kind of like, okay, what's in the envelope? I know I would have. I
hmm
like the kiss, the finger thing between Jordan and Andi. They kiss their fingers and kind of put it together.
No, I'm see. I missed that.
Like that forefront, they've done it before. It kind of reminds me of something I
Oh, I
used to
think
do
I
with
know
a
what you're
certain
talking
friend.
about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I used to do the pinky square thing. Remember that?
hmm
With a certain little bald headed guy that I was talking to.
Yeah. You know what,
So
fool?
we used to do that little pinky square, and it didn't mean nothing. But anyway, I think okay. Here's something. Tamara said something about the feds to Gary,
Yeah, she did.
and so he
Did
was
she
like, "How
was she
did you know
trying to
about it?"
threaten him a bit?
I don't know if she was trying to threaten him, but maybe, just maybe, while he was investigating her, maybe she was investigating him.
Mm-hmm.
I could be way off, but that little pin thing that she had, I could be totally off. She could be just messing around with him just to get more information, just to get closer to him. I don't know
Yeah.
because they put that out there for a reason. Because
Right.
in the loop like that for Hayden to be telling her well, Hayden, he's so whipped. But you would think that he's not sitting up there giving her all the details of what's happening at work. Not all of them.
Right.
She might very well be behind this. So I don't know. That
That
might
would
be
be
her come up.
something.
It would.
Yeah.
It would. Let's just see. Now, Andi, why? Why do you need to go over to Gary's house or to have him over to your house?
Right.
Why? Why are
I
you telling
know.
him all your moves and everything that you got? You don't do that.
Exactly.
You don't do. You can take what you got and what you know and build on it and just watch it all blow
Mm-hmm.
up. But here her little crazy self is having him to come over, thinking that she's about to blow up the spot with this information. No, he got a
Mm-hmm.
little nervous, but then he got that lady in his bag, the potential client.
Yeah.
I liked how Fatima showed up with that bag. She be
She
ready
was
for good.
ready. I know.
She
She
was
be ready
ready.
for anything.
And Eddie was like, "Okay, what's in that bag? You don't need to know."
Mm-hmm.
But that's funny. I know Gary can't stand her, but it takes me back to, and I don't know if you remember, this was when Gary was trying to get back with Andi, and he paid Fatima. I think he paid her $500 to put
mm-hmm.
him into a line. Remember that? So what? How did everything flip? How was she so pressed with $500? But I guess it was still character building. They didn't know where the show was going. But anyway,
Yeah.
moving on. Pam is stupid. Not stupid like dumb, but stupid with two O's. I was cracking up when the delivery guy came in and he was just trying to, I guess, talk about Karen or whatever.
Mhm.
I was laughing when she said basically this is a poetic justice moment.
Yes.
I was like, they got the perfect person to play that role. They really did.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
then
I
she offered
know.
him some of the she offered him some of her hair products. Why he didn't take them?
I know, he should have.
Cause them little braids are so stiff. If they that long, they need to shake. They need to shake. Like, but anyway, that's probably a wig. But anyway, so
Mhm.
Aaron calls. Aaron calls. She's happy to hear from Aaron, not only because she needs an investor, but
Mhm.
she's kind of happy to hear from Aaron. Like, okay, we haven't heard from you in a while. But also, I think that she's kind of worried about him coming in shaking up things. I could be wrong. But anyway, so here
Mhm.
comes Aaron driving down the street. Now, fast forward, what's going to happen is Aaron's going to find out what's going on. He's going to show up at the hospital, clinic, or whatever it is, wherever they are. He's
Yeah,
going to show up there. And I don't know if you saw the picture of him standing on one side and Zach standing on the other.
I did.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I just want to say this before I carry on. Um, if you all would like to buy a belly like Karen's, you can find it on Amazon.
You know what? I was
You can
wondering, like,
find it
what in
on
the world was you
Amazon.
about to say?
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, if you all follow me on YouTube and if you go to community, I'm gonna post a picture and a link. Okay, because that's where that
Mhm.
belly came from. Since when did bellies not have a belly button? Like there's no belly, but
It
when you
looks
have a
so
big belly,
weird. Uh-huh.
yeah. But when you have a big belly, of course your belly button is going to spread and it might be it may not be as visible. But this thing she got here, y'all just wait till I post it. I'm gonna post a belly, side by side and then again that link. So Amazon really needs to pay me because I'm just put them out there. But that's where she got the belly from, if anybody was thinking that. Anyway, so Karen and her quick little advertisement. But Karen finds out that she's having twins. And for anybody that's listening and doubted what I said about a woman can have two babies fathered by two different men, give me my money.
Mhm.
Give me my money
Mhm.
because this is what happened. This is what
Mhm.
happened. This is what's going on. Now, I just learned this, but it only makes sense that if it's two babies and they're by two different men, then the babies are going to be in separate sex. I guess that's when that happens. But if it's fathered by the same man, then it's in one sack.
I think so.
Okay,
Mhm.
because you can see them hugging and blah 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 blah. Okay, so
Yeah.
now she's having two children. I can see how they were not able to detect the fetus in the first ultrasound because there is a such thing as a hidden twin. Now, this may not be the case because she's still pregnant, but there are cases when a woman may go and think she's having one baby, another one comes out. That's because it was a hidden twin. Just want to put y'all
Mhm.
up on that. I am obsessed with twins. Never going to have twins. Hope one of my children will have twins, but I'm obsessed with twins. But anyway, so they're going to come in. Um, I want to know how they know which part of the stomach to rub because you had one on one side and one on the other. You surely don't want to be rubbing on somebody else's baby. So I don't know. That's going to be
You
interesting.
know what? This is some sick, twisted mess. Like,
I
oh
mean,
my
but
goodness.
I said this a long time ago that she was gonna be pregnant by two men at the same time, or it was gonna be nothing but a big cyst. That's it. It was gonna be something foreign in there, it's not something that's making her stomach grow. And if it's something,
Mhm.
we feel them pregnancy signs, and you ain't even pregnant. Okay, so
So now I
hey,
know this is a show and this might be a little too deep, but don't like stuff like that. Wouldn't that have showed up in the amniocentesis that she had the first time?
it should have. It
Yeah.
should have. I didn't remember her
Okay.
having one before. Oh, so she had one when she was doing the test with the test before, and she said it was
Aaron.
Aaron. Oh, I
Mhm.
don't remember her doing it like that. I guess it only makes sense. Yeah, it only makes sense.
Mhm.
So I'm eager to know what's going to happen next. Now I was saying that there's 22 episodes in this season. Doesn't he break it half mark or half point of the
Yeah, like that
season?
mid-season finale or
Right.
something. Yeah, I wonder
So
when that's gonna be.
I was going to say this, I believe is episode 8. So we
Mm.
still have 9, 10, 11, 3. 19, 3 more. 3 more. I really was counting, okay? I was using fingers I don't even have. But just making sure. But I'm thinking that that's when he's gonna break things. At this point, this would have been a good time to break.
It will have, and
This would have
so
been a
it
good
must
time.
be getting spicier and spicier because it got to be something spicy that go on for a finale episode. So I wonder what it's gonna be.
Is it possible for two? I guess not for. Is it possible for two? So it's not possible for twins to be in separate bags if it is fathered by one person.
Yeah, I think that's fraternal, and then if they in the same one, that's identical.
Okay, so let's go. Let's take it here. Remember
Mhm.
that one guy I was telling you about? That was her little buddy. I couldn't call it what it is. That she
Oh,
was seeing whenever her and remember she was seeing that one guy whenever her and Zach was on the outs.
trying to think of who he, not the
Dang, I
guy
should have
that
sent
other
it to
people
you.
was trying to say was the father. What was his name?
Was it Vince or something? I don't know, but
Uh,
it was one other guy. It was
yeah,
one other guy at the very beginning. But no, that's
right.
no, no, because she
Dang, what
could have
the
still
heck
been
was his
seeing
name?
him. Vincent or Vince or it
Um,
was something else. I could be totally off, but
yeah.
I'm just reaching right now. I'm just reaching, but that would be an interesting twist if neither one of them were the father. Like they're gonna be totally shocked when it comes back and nobody's the father. So now,
Mhm.
did she really have? Well, I guess she really did have a test with Aaron, but it doesn't seem like it.
Mm-mm.
I think she was still wishful thinking, and she played it off, and I think that's what it was. And poor little Aaron,
I know.
poor
He
little
just keep
Aaron with
getting
those
so like when
hips.
is he gonna get tired?
He got hips.
Oh my
He
God,
got hips, so
you
it take
back
people
in
with
the
hips to
hips.
take longer to, get tired. He got them hips. He wearing
Rico
those
is the dude's
Vans.
name. I'm sorry.
Okay, what did I call him? What did I call him?
Vincent.
Did I see that? Okay,
I was
well,
about
Rico
to
was
say Ricky or Richard. So yeah,
same
Rico. I
thing.
had
Now I
to
knew
look
it
that
wasn't
up while
Richard.
we on here because it was bothering me.
Okay,
Rico.
so there's a small possibility, very small, but it's
Yeah.
something to think about. But Aaron, Aaron is a good guy. He's a good guy, and I
Yeah.
think that that's what the turn off is. Aaron is the type of guy that is available when you're in emotional distress. He's that
Mhm.
guy. He's the one that you're gonna call or he's gonna call you in the middle. You're not gonna call him. He's just gonna show up out of the woodwork. Anyway, so
Mhm.
he's gonna next week he's gonna come to the clinic or hospital, but he's gonna show up. She's going to give him the news. But the thing is, are they going to go ahead and try to say that these are rapid results? Because I don't know if it's possible to do it. Maybe they can't send it out to the girl. The nurse going to go back there and perform the test. Of course, they going to have the results right away. Because she going to turn into the one that speeds the test across country to the other clinic, and she's the laboratory, and she's going to get it all together and bring it back. So we don't have to worry about that. So next week, we're gonna well, I can answer my own question on that.
Right.
Next week, yeah,
So
next
she's
week
like
we'll
a
know the results.
one-stop shop.
She is. She's out there changing oil right now. She's doing it all. She's just making it happen. But anyway, so I guess next week we'll know. I don't know. Do they want to give us that information so early?
It's probably going to get drug out if, since, like you said, it's the mid-season finale coming up. So maybe that's going to be the cliffhanger or something.
Okay, I think people are getting used to the cliffhangers. But I read where somebody was saying they was just fed up and ready to stop watching it. I'm not
I'm
at that
not
point.
there yet.
Right, I'm
I'm
not
not there
there. I'm
yet.
not.
I got
Yeah,
to
so
that point with the oval. Like, I still don't have a desire, even though you told me some things is changing. I still just
girl,
haven't gotten
Barry
a
dead
desire
for
to
real this
watch.
week. Look, he dead
Oh,
for real
wow.
this week. Just wanted to
Yeah.
share that. Anyway, we getting our stuff. I almost was talking about one of his other shows a few minutes ago. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not this show. That's the other show. I didn't say nothing, but it was right there on my tongue. But anyway, so I'm looking at my notes. I think that's it. Not for sure.
Mm.
One other thing. Now, Gary was the one who made this whole thing up about Jordan mess with a younger woman. Now, he made that up. What was the point of him giving that $100,000?
I don't know. I really
I
don't
mean, that
know.
would be
I
a
was
drop
trying
in
to
the
figure
bucket.
that out too. I don't know.
I mean, if he
Maybe it
had
was a
$50
cover
million,
up for him trying to frame him with this allegation or something. I don't
he could
know.
have did that with $10,000.
Yeah.
Now you done gave up all this money. You can't get it back, and you about to be broke.
Mhm.
You'd have just made a fool out of yourself all the way around. I just want to say that. I'm interested in knowing what Gary's connection is with this woman. If
Me
she's as
too. I
rich
can't
as,
wait.
yeah, because she can pull some strings if she's as rich as she is and as powerful
Mhm.
as she is. Money equals power.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that Andi wins. I still, baby, I still think that Jordan is gonna come back. Too many people are hoping for this.
Mhm.
It's just like when Bobby. I don't know if you used to watch Dallas. It was such a long time ago.
I did. I used to watch it with my mama.
Remember when Bobby got killed
Yeah.
and they brought him back and said that whole season was a dream? I believe
Yeah.
anything is possible in TV land. Okay, so Robin could have. I don't know. I don't know. Robin has to come back. I don't care what he's doing on Broadway or what he's doing. They take breaks. I mean, I know they do their little shows and stuff, and they travel for about 8 months, but they
So
but they eventually.
him and the guy that Maurice is with couldn't have auditioned at the same time.
Who?
'Cause
Robin?
no, the guy,
Oh,
that new guy Maurice
okay.
is dating. You know,
With
I'm
the
gonna
with
keep
the new
saying this
Robin.
every week that I wish he was Jordan and Jordan was him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It makes sense. Now, I
Mhm.
don't know if we spoke about this last week about the picture that I saw of Maurice, Calvin, and whatever Gable, whoever his new love prospect. It was a picture of the three of them together
Hmm.
in the apartment.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So Calvin is
Um,
coming back. Oh,
yeah.
Calvin. So Calvin coming back. We did talk about
Was
this
he
because
in the
Calvin is.
preview? For some
I
reason,
didn't
it
see
seemed
him
like I
there.
remember seeing. No, no, I remember seeing the other guy in that first. I thought he was Calvin. Okay.
Okay, okay. So Calvin might very well, and I think we spoke about this last week. He might very well be the person to save Sabrina from this new guy because
Mhm.
he's going to be with her having a baby. You got to look at his background. I think we spoke about this last week.
Yeah. I feel for her. She don't want to go through this process like this, and especially by herself. You know.
I feel like she's putting too much on that relationship. I think she's
Mhm.
giving it too much. Tony and Dani, I don't worry about them because
Mhm.
Dani is strong. She can handle whatever. She might have to hit her vape pen and get a few drinks in her, but she can handle anything. Now Sabrina is one of those friends that's in a situation and she almost romanticizes it to make it seem
Mhm.
like she's sitting there comparing notes with Dani about Tony and stuff. They don't even belong in the same category because you're trying to have children. He's not interested, and that would put not only a strain on the relationship but a stain on the relationship. And she's too busy. I wouldn't even be able to separate the two. If I've decided to have this child and he's not on board,
Mhm.
then the relationship would be over because my attention is on what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
It's like, and he's a good guy, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
this
But if they
reminds me
don't have
of,
the same vision, it's not gonna
right.
work.
And I don't
Mhm.
want to say anything negative about him, but she's taking the problem to the fertility clinic. He's the
Mhm.
problem because you're you don't need the emotional stress. It's already hard enough for you to make this decision. He is
Right.
not your friend. He can't be your friend now.
Right. And it's like it's causing her to be down. Like she used to be so bubbly and everything, but
Hmm.
she just looks sad throughout this whole process.
Maybe because she know the truth and believing all the lies.
Yeah.
Not to say he's a bad person, but
Mhm.
red flags they show up, and it doesn't necessarily mean that that person is a bad person. But see, Sabrina, she's kind of green. She's kind of
Mhm.
green. She don't seem to have a whole lot of experience. She's more of the person that's going to talk to you, and not the one that's going to get drunk and go have sex with somebody. So
Yeah.
for her, a red flag, she could mistake it for one of the flags at Six Flags because she hasn't seen she she
What an
hasn't seen
example.
that. So she's, I mean, I'm
I
just
know
putting
what you
it out
mean.
there in the streets.
Yeah.
If she knew what I meant, then she'd be better off. But she got to break the ties on him, or it's gonna complicate things. It's
Mhm.
just gonna. How do you? Okay, I don't want to have no kids, but I'll go through this with you as you have yours. Then, if you don't want to have
Yeah.
children, and I'm having a child, and you want to continue this venture and this journey with me, how?
Mhm.
We still
Yeah.
together. I had a baby, but you're not the father because you didn't want children. If you still together with me and I have a child, then you're the stepfather or whoever. You're still
Mhm.
involved. So
Exactly.
that's to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like I said, he's not wrong for feeling like, if anything, she's wrong for feeling like she does. He's not the problem. He put it out there in the streets. So
Right,
she
and
got
these
to
are like
process that.
conversations, especially dating at the age that they are. Those are conversations that need to be had,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
make them decisions early on
Early on,
because,
right, right.
uh, like again, at this age ain't much further to go,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So if he's set at this age, at the age that he is now, and knowing that
yeah.
he don't want kids, I don't see that really changing.
Me either. Me either. Poor little precious. Um,
Mhm.
I think that is all. I hope I'm not saying I think that's all, and then I have 10 more minutes to offer. I'm
Yeah.
going over a little. I think that's all I have in my notes.
Yeah, I think that's it, girl. I'ma still rewatch it because it was that particular funny part, and Imma inbox you whatever it was.
I'm about to say, what part are you talking about? So obviously, if we didn't talk about it, then it is something different.
For some reason, I think I can't remember what it was. For some reason, I think the B word was involved, but I can't remember who it was, what was said, or
No, I would have
nothing.
remembered that because I'm so hungry to use that word again. So I would have remembered that. That's
No,
not
you've
it.
been doing
That's not,
good on your journey.
years. I'm like, I never thought the day was going to come where I wasn't cussing somebody out like a sailor. I knew how to put words together that didn't even make sense, and it sounded
You
like it
sure
made sense.
did.
Ooh, child, let me
I'm a witness.
yeah, let me just cut it out before I mess around and say something. Um, okay,
But
guys,
yeah.
that's it. That's it for us. Keep on watching. Come on, we need y'all to subscribe, be active, participate. Y'all
Yes, please
looking, but y'all ain't liking.
subscribe. Yes,
And
subscribe,
and hit that.
comment. Any
Mm-hmm.
questions, where we was confused, please answer. Just drop a comment. Let us know. If you're watching from YouTube, again, like she said, please subscribe. We're trying to get, these numbers up and everything. And we see that everybody is watching, so we just want more engagement. That
Right,
would
and
be
don't be
nice.
scared.
And yeah,
Don't be scared to say something that might be oppositional, because that kind of stuff gets me out. I'm ready. I'm down for whatever. I got my opposable thumbs all over this keyboard. So what's up? I'm just letting people know you don't have to be scared of me because I got me covered. That's it, guys. So
yes.
again, next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.